Hi everyone, this is Mahsen Al-Mehdar, and today I'm going to talk about my final presentation. My topic is measuring the human factor of cyber security. My name is Mahsen Al-Mehdar again. This is for Dr. Haider, CTEC 402, Section 101, final research. So in the first slide, I'm going to talk about briefly an introduction. So my introduction, I talk about the human factors or the human negligence or mistakes are blamed of incident that have no problem that regards to their equal share responsibility. Usually in high reliability organization working in many countries, it's this observation is made. We recognize that the human factors are due to the over 80% of cyber attack. From this, that we are. I mean, in most cases, people operate in a system in which most people are starving to do better without evil intent. So it's all about mistakes, mostly without evil intention. They work for the benefit of the company and the individual around them. So this is believed to be a true. And so here, okay, it should to be remembered that most maximum organizations are organized to discourage negative things from happening in manner of the deliberate plan. So here in my slide number 2, I'm going to talk about the problem statement. So the problem of cyber attack or the cyber crime, there is no doubt that this is a huge problem. Cyberspace venture made major prediction of August 2016 that the cybercrime would cost the world over $6 trillion by 2021, and the researchers they agree that they acknowledge that the human error, the human mistakes is the main problem for this data security breaching and continuous major problem today. So this can be ignored as imperative. So in slide number 3, I'm going to talk about my literature review. So cybersecurity is required to defend against the unproven cyber attack. To defend against these crimes, a lot of cybersecurity companies declared that they would completely end this crime. Yet, however, they would not. Recent years have proved that approve and demonstrate the value of cybersecurity. So here I'm going to talk about my methodology and my method in part 1, in article 1. So in this article, they addressed several methods that utilize the Fisher and present three practical research examples where real world phishing attack using honeynet were taken. The different ways of malware used by hackers to automate email address, to write actual log email, to deceive and to trick users. Also what mentioned. also here the writer also wrote much and talk about the phony fish system, and the aim of the phony fish framework is providing an automated mechanism for generating and sending successful phishing email, protecting the identity and information and informing the customer. So again here in my method number 2, in article number 2, statistic that calculate progress of cyber action effect and the strength of cyber attack of to simply present proof of how human actors or human act work or react improperly or in not good manner to attack the negotiate situation in the work domain state. That human actors are the most vulnerable link and weakness joint. So a suggestion has been chosen and has been made to recognize the most vulnerable link and the security capacity of the ICS human workforce. The man also recognize the workforce usually present the weakest number of the operation security chain and organization as the weakest link of the security ability. Here in my slide number, the method number 3, and article number 3. So the authors are discuss the article called social engineering, a growing danger. Social engineering attack strategies, data security, effective teaching mode. A social engineering security framework are for sensitive infrastructure operators and expected implementation, etc. When hackers attack sensitive infrastructure and consequences can be negative. The case, for example, the case of what happened in May 2017 ransomware attack of the NHS is quite notable. The attack forced the emergency service in Britain to slow down dramatically. It's now stated that due to the monitoring regular update to the NHS, it facilitate and staff operation will stop and assault on the NHS. So here in slide number 10, we have the method 4 for article number 4. So as associated with the information security and is a threat to the kind of the support and disloyalty. In the case of developing organizational and social economic factor, the insider danger is forever there, and in many aspects exposes itself. This article indicates that in the sense of social, technical, cultural, and occupational influence, insider risk should be considered. Also, another point here, we have that authorities says internal threat to the security of data cannot be excluded, yet it can be protected and it can be maintained. However, it cannot be ended completely. Contingency data better not to be negotiated associated. In this paper, a human factor considered present a useful tool to get a provide knowledge about the actual threat. Configuring organization is nowadays environment, global, commercial. So here we have method 5 in Article 5. The biggest threat of cyber security in any company is from its employee, it's from inside. Even if they don't act suspiciously or maliciously, these people may risk knowledge. This article defines the list of some factors that human can do. So the first one here is consult with worker on protection idea. This is the main one. Also, set a clear limit for information distribution. The third one is be informed of the physical surrounding. And last one here, number 4, human factors experts believe that giving more work to people increase their chance of making mistakes. So if you are working, one second please. So if you are working to people, increase their chance. And if you are working on email and or not seeing it probably, then it's difficult to spot phishing email to this email. Okay. Here's finally my references, and I'm sorry about my pronunciation, and I hope you consider this. Thank you so much.